Troublesomes, it's Miracle and welcome back to my Miracle. I'm so happy you guys decided to join me today, and we are doing what we do best, and that is minding other people's business. So sit back, relax, grab yourself a little comfort pillow. I have me a little bottle of Ray and Nephew alcohol. I am not drinking that. In actuality, I'm in the middle of baking a rum cake for the first time, and I kind of screwed up because I didn't make sure the butter was soft enough. So I'm like, why not film this whole process? Because we are talking about mukbangers, and guys, let me tell you, I got some hot chocolate for you. So if you guys have not already, please like, comment, share, subscribe, hit that bell notification to receive updates any other time that I upload, and make sure that you tell me how you feel. Like, I really want to know, because if you guys haven't already realized, I really like engaging with you guys, and I really appreciate the time you guys take to share your viewpoints and everything with me. But without further ado, here we go! Honeys, to be honest with you, I don't know how much information I really have to supply to you, because everybody and their mother has watched this video. I'm sure of it. As it stands right now, Stephanie Sue has released a comeback of a lifetime video in response to Nikocado Avocado and telling him about himself. So honey, she starts off the videos with saying to Nick, please give her permission to receive the security footage that she has in her household. Additionally, she gives him complete and total rights and consent to him releasing the unedited version of the video that he has taken once they were collabing. Stephanie Sue also proceeds to tell Nick about himself even further. The way she does so is by giving receipts showing how much interest Nick himself had in her household and about her wealth.
So Nick starts off his video talking about my house, which is a topic that it seems that he very much likes to talk about in videos on his channel. And I'm a little bit thrown off by this because he completely tried to assassinate my character with no proof of what actually happened. And he said that the minute that he came over, I gave him this crazy whirlwind tour showing off, saying, guess how much that couch was, guess how much that oven was, and telling him about all of these things. That is not what happened. When have I ever showed off to you, Nick? It seems like you talk about my house more than I do.
Let's first talk about her house. How jealous, but also happy for her. Like, but jealous. Doesn't she have one of those ovens? It's like a 5-layer oven. Who uses that? I don't know. I really want a beautiful kitchen like Stephanie's. Her kitchen is perfect. Just because Stephanie has a beautiful house, what she does. I'm not saying like, oh, Stephanie's, I low-key need that security system. I mean, a cat will walk by and the fire department will come, okay?
And all of what you saw in those videos are prior to him ever being invited into my home. And then he goes on to talk about more about money. You can't get murdered before you do.
You have the most money.
It doesn't work like that.
Rich miss. I would buy that over regular miss. Because I'm a rich miss. Oh,
yeah.
Rich.
I did not say that.
I got a ride in her Tesla today.
A rare figure actually also got involved with this whole situation. It was actually Stephanie's fiance. He further explains his off-putting experience with Nick. Essentially, Nick was making it seem like he was taking a picture of something, but he flipped the camera and redirected it at Stephanie's fiance. If you guys are not familiar with this, Stephanie's fiance does not like being on camera. In fact, he's a very private person. Even if you go on his Instagram, you'll see that it's only pictures of him and Stephanie together, and on top of that, his face is blocked throughout the whole thing. So his rights were also violated in that sense. He failed to address the situation simply because he did not want to seem like the weirdo.
This is where my fiance wants to say a couple words. You do a lot of these micro-aggressive things that nobody could really talk about. And that's why I felt so scared to talk in my first video, because technically, are you really that scary, I thought? But these are the things that you do. You take pictures, you post it. I don't know why you ever would think that that's okay to post.
I mean, it's just a little strange, you know, when he was showing, he said, hey, let me show you what food we're eating. He switched the camera on his phone, but instead of pointing the camera down onto the kitchen counter, it was
where the food is.
But it was to my face for a good 3 seconds. So my reaction was, okay, now this is awkward. Do I act like I don't know what's going on? Do I say something? Do I turn around? But at the same time, I don't want to overreact. It's just a little weird and uncomfortable.
It's like one of those things where you can't call him out on it and be like, what are you doing? Because then you seem insane. But it's also another thing because Nick knows that my fiance is very private. He doesn't really like being in front of cameras.
It's kind of also like the picture.
Yeah.
Nick also ends up insinuating that Stephanie knew exactly what she was doing and making it seem like he was excessively creepy within the video. According to Nick, allegedly, he and Stephanie had made some sort of agreement to look as if they were going to fight over the last chicken wing. Additionally, Nick said that the video was edited in a way to make it look like he was creepy for staring at her while she was eating the chicken. She made it seem as if she was uncomfortable deliberately. To which Stephanie clapped back and she said, no fam, that is not what actually happened. And she releases the full unedited version of what actually happened at that dinner table. Stephanie then takes the time to explain how dissatisfied and disturbed she is about Nick lying and saying that she was fighting for a way to gossip about Veronica Wang. Essentially, Stephanie read the same receipts, however, we have context behind that. Additionally, Stephanie also supplied more receipts between herself and Veronica where they are on amicable terms, in which she is trying to get permissions from Veronica to be able to do this collaboration so that people can know that Veronica is at a different place in life, how she is going through her culinary arts school. Additionally, Stephanie also calls Nick out on his contradictions. He had said throughout his video how when he first met Stephanie, his opinion of her was very negative. Stephanie clapped back and she provided multiple receipts where Nick came out on his own mukbang saying that he had a very good experience when he first started to interact with Stephanie.
Remember what I said my first impression of Stephanie was? It was awesome, she was so nice, we went out to eat, we hung out for like 7 hours. She had like little gifts for me, she had like this nice little champagne and little snacks and a nice card. My first impression of Stephanie was very self-serving. I didn't give her a gift, we were just gonna hang out and get to know each other. That was my first impression, like warm and bubbly, gave me a hug, said hello, very self-serving. Little welcome to Los Angeles gift for me, and I'm like, wow.
She seems like she'll be a nice person.
Very.
So that's the truth. So which one's the truth?
And one more interesting thing to note about the situation, honeys, is the fact that the person that Stephanie included towards the end of the video, her first video when referencing the Me Too movement, that individual actually took the time to reach out to her and explain his side of the story. As it were, within those receipts, he said that Nick had manipulated him. He essentially said that Nick made it seem like it was okay that they were not intimate that night and that they left on good terms. They hugged each other and that was it. Later on, Nick ended up reaching out to the individual and saying that he was extremely upset that they didn't end up hooking up. And later on, Nick made 2 videos about this individual and about that date night. That individual was mortified at the fact that Nick ended up sharing a photo of the 2 of them, thankfully blocking out his face, but calling him a loser in the process. This person lives with a little bit of fear in their hearts now because at any time Nick could potentially ruin this individual and make a fool out of them by exposing intimate moments within their lives, including this individual's nudes. So as many of you are aware, if you are not, Choi ended up releasing his own statements about himself and Nick. Zach did not give Nick any sort of permissions to use his text messages for the sake of his own video. Additionally, Zach says that there was no context involved with that message. At the time, he and Stephanie did not have a strong and fortified relationship. So Zach ends up giving Stephanie permission to share their own private text message, to which it actually incriminates Nick. And Nick seemed to have an agenda already. Within these timestamps, we see that Nick had already decided that he was going to expose Stephanie. But some 20 to 30 minutes later, Nick was already asking Stephanie when she wanted to reschedule their collab. And finally, she takes the time to express to everyone about how she feels about him addressing her anti-bullying campaign. She shares with people that this is sincere, that she's giving 100% of the proceeds to this charity. Additionally, she's also extremely proud of what herself and her viewers have accomplished in buying this merchandise, because as it stands right now, they have raised over $10,000 for this organization. So again, she encourages Nick to release his receipts because she would like to know what he has on her, and she allows everyone to choose a side. She's not telling anyone particularly to choose her side or Nick's side. She's just saying allow the people to see who's really telling the truth. Okay, my troublesomes, opinion time. Opinion time. I have a lot to tell you guys. So as it stands right now, when I tell you, honey, Stephanie came through, and everyone was saying in the comments, homegirl was all the way dressed in black because she was going to a funeral. Nikocado Avocado, she said, if anybody don't believe me, that's your business. I know my truth. But as far as I can see, this Nick was lying the whole way, and he said it with his chest, these lies. Like, I don't understand how somebody could blatantly come out their face and try to destroy somebody's reputation on the interwebs for the sake of views. And you can see, I almost feel bad for Trisha Paytas. Guys, because Nick did this to Trisha Paytas before, and then, you know what, and then I don't feel bad at all because then Trisha Paytas and him became friends cards again, so I'm so confused. And then it just goes to show like what type of mentality Nick had. I don't understand how Nick could come out of his face and you I almost dropped the ball. I don't understand how Nick can come out of his face and then try to use trauma as a means to describe why he is the way he is. And then in actuality, it just turned out that he was excessively manipulative. I don't understand how you could be that type of person to make people pity you for the sake of destroying somebody else. And I don't know, guys, it just goes to show you that you have to listen to two sides of the story before you just hop on a bandwagon, which is why I'm glad to the people who have been watching my videos for the most part. Everybody's like been like, I don't believe in either of them, which, you know what, I'm gonna keep it a band with you guys. I'm more on Stephanie's side at this point because she came through with the truth, her truth, whatever the case may be. To be honest with you, it's not really my business, so I don't really mind all that much. But guys, when I tell you she fired off, honey, she fired off. Like, that is the proper way to tell somebody about themselves. It took a hot minute. I had to play it on 2x speed, which I usually recommend that you guys do with my videos. But in any case, I watched that whole thing 2 times to see how this girl snapped back. I don't know why I'm still holding this bowl. I need to scrape the insides. Give me 1 second. All right, my Troublesome, so that's all I have to share with you right now. As it stands, I'm just trying to finish up this cake. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please like, comment, share, subscribe, hit that bell notification to receive updates any other time that I upload. Tell me what you think. Did you know that Stephanie could come through with that amount of God, she served Nick. I don't understand. Like, Nick, why did you even come for her that way? That's because he doesn't think people keep their text messages. That's why I tell everybody, keep your text messages, because you don't know when you're gonna need it. All right? I guess we know that if a lawsuit does happen, who essentially is going to win. All right, I love you guys so much, and until next time, I love you. Bye.